I noticed you got this picture over here. Are you a fan of Taylor Swift?
Uh, I mean, I like her as an artist, but no, I don't listen to answer question. If I listen to Taylor Swift, no, I don't. I don't have songs in my Apple Music.
What'd you buy it for?
I bought it to donate it to a charity,
You're a charitable man.
to an auction. Yeah,
Nice.
we're having a gala for our hospital, and I bought it to donate it and raise some money.
The ones that go for five, that kind of auction.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is gonna be a silent auction.
Well, it's got her signature on
Yeah,
it. And multiple pictures. Those are all her different albums on it?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice. That's all her albums? Or does she have more than that?
I'm not sure.
But she has been around for a while, or maybe some are just pictures.
Yeah. But it's a nice piece. Somebody's daughter would love
somebody's
it.
going to love that.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Really? You're going to go there? It could be a nice gay man that wants it on his wall.
Or maybe a nice old man. Maybe no one's on as well.
Come on, Rob. I mean, I think it'd look great in your house.
Yeah, I had enough of Taylor Swift last year with the Kansas City Chiefs because every time they threw the ball to her boyfriend, who's now I guess her fiance, camera would pan to her jumping up and down, and I go, this is the football, man. I don't want to see this.
So I think they broke a record. Is it her that has a podcast, or is it the fiance? No, not the fiance. The fiance's brother and the fiance.
Jason Kelsey.
They have a podcast together.
Yeah, and he and his wife, I believe.
Or something like that. I'm not sure. And then, Tom, can you check? Is it who has the podcast? Is it the New Heights? That's what it's called. And then the day Taylor Swift came onto podcast, that thing just went off grid. I mean, they broke records instantly on views and things like that.
Look, good for her. I mean,
24 million views 2 months ago.
Isn't that great?
I mean, she lives in Rhode Island, which is where I'm from. She bought a big mansion out right on the water.
Is it expensive there to buy something like that?
Well, I mean, it's expensive in a sense where depending where you are, like Bristol's very expensive. I love Bristol, Matunic,
Is it
Musquamic.
expensive, like what we understand expensive here in L.A.?
Yeah, that's where the original mansions were from, the Newport Mansions. I mean, they still have them
There
there.
you go. There's her mansion right there. Look at that.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And she has a really cool dog, too. She owns a bull terrier. So I'm definitely
17
willing
million.
to tolerate
That's
her.
not bad, huh? If I was to spend $17 million, that's what I would spend it, not at some place landlocked in Brentwood or
Yeah. Well, this is different, I mean, she travels all over the world.
Yeah.
You live here, kind of. If you had that kind of money, and if your job was here, your business was here, would you still buy a house there?
as soon as this podcast takes off, baby.
Yeah, we'll buy you a house over there.
Okay.
All right. It's big enough that she probably has her own recording studio in there.
I doubt she records there. I doubt she even has time to live there.
So the Dodgers last night, huh?
Dodgers kicked ass, man. I fucking love the Dodgers right now. I watched their game. Not yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch the game yesterday, but the
I was
game
watching
before
it.
that, man, Yamamoto, the pitcher, that guy is truly incredible, man. He was kicking ass. And Tom, can you show the picture? Did you see that part where after the game, by the way, I think his family was over there and everybody was cheering him on. And then after the game, look what happened. He's Japanese, and the Japanese people are so respectful toward one another. Two other Japanese players, they just bowed down to him.
And that's a full bow. That's not a shit bow.
Yeah, that is the shed bow. Okay, never mind.
That's on Curb Your Enthusiasm. You ever see that episode?
Which no.
That's all about honor right there.
Yeah, so if you give like a short bow, another Japanese guy said, "Oh, no, that's not about a shit bow. You have to go all the way down."
Yeah. Man, I love the Japanese people. I think they're truly unique. I mean, you have a Japanese wife.
Absolutely.
You have Japanese family.
I do.
So is the shit bow, is that true?
No,
Is
they
it?
just hate me. It's okay.
No, you're just too white.
I am.
You are
I am
truly
the
white.
ultimate hockey gene, and they've had to put up with me
Every
for 30
time
years.
I would go out with Matt somewhere, anywhere in L.A. or especially in Glendale, people would look at him. Oh my God, who's this cop?
Well, I had a certain look back then.
Yeah,
and,
you still do kind
and
of.
I said,
I was wearing a uniform.
I was plain clothes.
So this game, I was watching it, and it just pisses me off that the coach of the Blue Gays walked Ohtani 4 times in a row.
Yeah, that's pretty weak sauce.
Okay? Because he hit a couple home runs. He walked him 4 times in a row. I think that should be against the rules. Also, one time he walked Ohtani, and then he walked Mookie Betts right after him. So he walked 2 players in a row because the bases were not full, and they didn't want these guys to hit. So I think that's kind of unfair that you got these guys that are actually on fire and they're not
dirty pool.
Yeah, they're not letting them play the game. And Kershaw pitched for one out. They brought him in for the end of an inning, and he got 1 out, and that was. I wanted to see him pitch more.
Did Yamamoto pitch yesterday? They didn't. Why
No,
don't
he
they,
pitched
why
second.
Why don't they pitch? And when somebody's pitching real well, why don't they continue using the same pitcher?
Because they think they're going to wear their arms out. But in Japan, these guys pitch when they're training. They'll pitch 100 innings. I mean, these guys are beasts in Japan.
Yeah.
And I know this because my son, who's a pitcher, he started showing me all these videos of the Japanese training. They don't walk around over there. There's none of this stuff. These guys are over here. They got freedom.
And if you suck on the mound, they'll take you off immediately.
Yeah, that's what they should
No
be.
digging deep and digging yourself out of a hole. You're done.
Don't you think it's the culture, the Japanese culture, that's making them so disciplined and, make sure that they play well? They don't, like you said, they don't f around. They don't mess around.
Because they don't have the samurai sword anymore, so now they have a baseball bat. They got to master it.
No, but honestly.
Yeah, no, that
don't you think
culture.
it's the culture?
Of course it is. They're not lazy. These people they're set to work. They're tough people. They're tough people when you look at how they took over Korea and all.
Trump meant just the prime minister, right? The Japanese prime minister. This week, yeah. Yeah, he went to where? He went to Malaysia. He met the Malaysian.
Hey, here he even did a little dance in Malaysia too.
Oh yeah, that's right. With on the tarmac, right?
Yes, isn't he fantastic?
Yeah.
He doesn't have any other moves but this.
Well, okay, he's not that fantastic. But, then expect him to be a boogaloo shrimp or a shabadoo.
And the prime minister is going to donate 250 cherry trees to Trump's new construction that he's doing at the White House.
So let's discuss this then. If we're talking about the White House, I mean, it seems like people are just outraged. I don't care. I don't care what they do. The original White House was burned down anyway. So,
Yeah.
everybody's you're doing this to our house. Like they gave a shit about the White House before Trump did something. Anything this man does, they'll go 100% against. What do you think?
I think it's great that he's rebuilding and he's adding a new wing to it. Every single state house all over the world. If you look at the Kremlin, if you look at different countries,
Like the
Buckingham Palace. Yeah, if you go to any of these royal monarchy countries, the Netherlands. If you go to the Thailand is also a monarchy, right? All of them have beautiful ballrooms, and ballrooms are specifically to host, massive delegations of other countries. And, I think it's totally fantastic to have it. Why not?
Let's not leave out the fact that he's paying it for himself and donors. It's not costing the American people a dime.
To be honest, I simply wouldn't care even if it did cost, the American people, $250 million.
So I heard something today. It's like, well, are all of these people working on here? Are they going to be checked? Are they going to be checked through security? Going to have security clearance? Where did they bid on this? Did they? And I'm like, well, it's his money. I mean, right?
That's hilarious.
But
South Park image. Yeah,
you're correct. It's his money, but I assure you, these individuals working there have been vetted.
Yeah, of course. But which reminds me. What do you think AOC thinks of this?
AOC, we already know what she thinks. She's gonna cuss the shit out of Trump. Don't you think so?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Again, anything he does, she disagrees with, and she believes that obviously the American people should be paying for it, because it's not her ballroom.
What is it though? But honestly, I mean, with this new new kind of party line of democratic socialist? Why is that a thing all of a sudden?
Well, because they're young, they've been spoiled their whole life, and when they left their house, they probably don't want to have to pay for
No,
anything.
but besides that,
That's-
let's just analyze it for a second. Why a democratic socialist?
Because in the 1950s, they outlawed that you cannot run as a communist.
Okay,
So
so
they have to change the verbiage.
to a socialist?
Democratic socialist,
But
yes.
do you really think they are truly communist? They're just using the verbiage socialist because they can't use a communist?
Well, Mandami said that he's going to tax the rich white people.
But you're saying they can't run. There's a communist party, right? In the U.S.
They can't run.
Yeah, they're gaining a lot of new members.
Of course they are,
Tom,
because
can you Google Communist Party of in the U.S.?
Well, they're gaining
American
members
Communist Party, there you go.
because these are educated people who are uneducated on the study of communism in the world and world history. And through that, the question would be asked, tell me what country is a successful communist country?
Yeah.
go to the countries that are communist. Go to the countries that are communist. If this is something you really subscribe to, go to fucking China, go to Venezuela, go to Cuba, go to where else?
Soviet Union.
North Korea.
North Korea. Go to the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
I
Go to
mean,
North Korea.
did she just come out and start bashing somebody? Her at some Bernie Sanders
But
rally,
this
or
is interesting. Let's think about this for a second. We talk about democratic countries, for instance, the UK, right?
Yeah.
Super democratic, right?
yeah,
But the control is very communist control.
of course it is.
I don't know. I don't know if you've seen that video. If Tom is going to pull it up, look at this. So
It's to scan people on the street to make sure that if anyone who's got come to police notice or who's wanted or has got caught in conditions, we can engage with them, have a chat with them, and make sure that they're wanted and they get arrested. And if not,
They get arrested.
so if
will delete any information that is not a match on our system.
Oh, okay, go away.
So if you search, for example, you walked in front of the camera, it didn't pick you up. It means you're not wanted, you're not sex offender or anything like that. The system automatically delete.
Is it just sex offenders you're looking after?
you guys remember the movie Minority Report?
Yeah.
Do you know that movie?
No, I do not, sir.
Tom Cruise plays in it, right, Tom? So it's a movie about crime prevention and how they can predict crime is going to happen before it happens. You get it? And
I
this
get it.
movie's from the late 90s, early 90s, late 80s, or I don't know. When did 2002. Okay, even 2002. Minority Report. There you go. Late 90s, early 2000s.
But this has been going on in China for a long time. Like one of my brothers went to China with a class, and he said there's poles with cameras wrapped around the poles going every which
But
way.
isn't it hypocritical? Everybody's complaining about that China's doing it. That
Yes.
they're all in control, facial recognition. You
Yep.
know, you can't. China's started controlling influencers now online. If you are an influencer, that's another way of control, right? I mean, they're communist. If you're an influencer and if you don't have a certain degree in the influence that you're giving, let's say you give psychology, you speak about psychology as an influencer. If you don't have a psychology degree, they close your channel down. They don't allow you to be on social media, and possibly you can get cited or arrested. Yeah.
So this all comes down to globalism.
That's where I'm going at. Don't you think at the end of the day, it's pretend, let's criticize our, or vilify our friendly country, in this case China, and then we're going to do the same thing in the UK, and slowly this is going to happen sooner or later here in the US. Don't you think we're going to have facial recognition?
Well, I think we're in a battle of globalism and what do they call it when a country takes over other countries?
Imperialism?
Yeah, I think China's China's in Cuba building solar panels and docks. They were also in Venezuela, where now we're having problems. They're in Africa getting all the cobalt and stuff. Okay, so they're giving these countries free electricity. They're building ports for them for free.
Ports,
Yeah.
roads, electricity,
So
equipment,
I think this is
military aid, money.
yeah. I think it's a fight between England, America, and China, because England already colonization.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
colonizing.
they're colonizing, and I think that this is how the new leadership's going to happen. Whoever wins this war, that we're in Venezuela trying to stop the oil from going to China, and we were in Iran stopping the oil from going to China and Russia. Hamas, we were over there. Supposedly China was over there doing something. So, not Hamas, where is the place they were? Gaza Strip. So,
Matt, what's your take? You think it's okay to have this type of facial recognition?
I think it does violate our privacy as Americans. However, I mean, there are cameras on every corner, but when you walk into a building, you are subject, because now we're on private property, you are subject to facial recognition.
But this is a public road.
Well, yeah, this is China, and
No, that's not China. Not this. The video that we just watched, that was in England.
Oh, in England. Well,
in UK.
England, they kind of skate the rules a little bit over there.
But especially with all the crime that's going on right now, what do you think?
Look, I'm not going to commit any crimes, so I'm not worried about the cameras. If you're a criminal, then you should worry about the cameras.
So are you okay, let's say, for LA, New York, or U.S., any major U.S. city, to have a facial recognition system like this to prevent crime? Or if,
I'll meet you halfway. I'll say, yeah, a facial recognition is fine, but no cameras on the stop signs, stoplights.
or camera.
Yeah.
Or the
But
red,
yeah, no, I don't like it.
traffic lights.
Well, no, but I don't like it. I do believe it's a violation, but at the same time, I'm not out there committing crimes where I feel I need to worry about it.
first of all, remember when we had our cell phones and there was a time a few years ago where you walked into a store, and if you had that store's app, it would pop up and start giving you, like, just by walking through the door, it would pop stuff up on your phone and tell you what's on sale and stuff like that. Like, you didn't ask it to.
Yeah.
So we have this gadget in our pockets all the time. Why? If they want to get us, they can get us, right? I don't think we should be messing around with this, because it's a slippery slope.
Well, and not only that, the technology on facial recognition, guys, sorry, it's really not that good. For those of you who don't know, I have my degree in certified protections specialist or professional, a CPP. And part of the things I had to study implicitly was facial recognition. And grow a beard, it won't get you. Pair of glasses, won't get you. I mean, just fake nose, won't get you.
Yeah. I keep getting mistaken for, like, Brad Pitt and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, man, you really look like them. No, but that was back then when you were studying. Right. Now, don't you think the technology, especially with AI, is so much more advanced?
Again, it's getting better every day. But you're right. The technology, it's getting better. It's going to be able to identify you easier. Boy, just my freedom of being able to walk around free without worrying that somebody looking over my shoulder is what bugs me.
I know, but like you said it, you made a good point. If you're not a criminal, who cares?
Yeah, but the slippery slope is...
What is the slippery slope? Like, let's extend it. Now let's put cameras by your house.
Everything that we have done with technology is changed consistently to become more intrusive.
You are correct.
Okay?
Let's put an RFID chip in our bodies.
And I'm not worried about it for me.
Or your doorbell.
Okay? I'm worried about it for my children, your children, your children, your future child. What's the world going to be like in the future if we're all basically being recorded consistently, so we can have no original thought? I mean, because if we say something that the masters deem to be bad, like they're doing in...
No, that's a little bit different.
But
that's
still,
censorship.
But then they come after you with...
different than having, crime prevention.
Then they come hunt you down with face
To
recognition.
a point where they think what's going on in your head and you're arrested for it.
like
Yeah.
they did in Minority Report.
SNAP benefits for the month of November because, we're still in a shutdown.
Not only that, the people who work for agencies that get paid by the government aren't going to get paid. My friend's on the 15th is the last day he's going to get paid.
Apparently that there might not be a back pay. That's another thing. So, for instance, once the government opens up and the duration that they didn't get paid, they're saying that they might not get paid for that duration that the government was shut down for.
But there's in the SNAP program, isn't there? Don't they have like an emergency fund where if something happens,
They do,
but they don't want to use it?
So the USDA, which is the Department of Agriculture, says it will not tap into the $5 billion contingency fund, to cover the $9 billion cost for the November SNAP benefits. So the cost is about $9 billion, and they have $5 billion left. So they'll be negative $4 billion in the hole.
So who's at fault? Who's the bad guy for not feeding these people?
Politicians.
I mean, they say
It's the
there's
politicians.
an organization here that has money they could give, but they're not going to. You have the Democrats, which close the government down. You have the Republicans who are not going to budge because they're trying to get the stuff from the big beautiful bill out of it. That's what they're holding out for. And so, everybody's pointing the finger at everybody. Why don't they just get in a room and fucking figure it out? That's what they're getting paid for.
And please don't tell me that it's Trump fault. It's actually both people's.
Of course
both
it
parties'
is.
fault. It's
It
both
depends.
Trump and
Sure, because
Schumer and
the
the liberals
Republicans are
and
saying we will negotiate with you when you open the government, and you've got the Democrats saying no, negotiate with us now, and then we'll open the government.
Look, I'm going to
where's
give
the
you
happy
food
medium on
stamps by ethnicity. Okay, how many percent of households use? This is interesting, actually. When I read this, 45%, 45.6% are nationality-wise are from Afghanistan. 42% are from Somalia. 34.8% Iraq. Dominican Republic 34%. The Caribbean 28%. Native Americans 27%. Puerto Ricans, Cubans, blacks, Arabs, Cambodians, Haitians, Pacific Islanders, Honduras, Armenians, Bangladeshi, Moroccans, Mexicans. Anyway, the list goes on.
7.6% of my paisans. That's not bad. Only 7.6%. They came over here anyway. When the Italians came over, we didn't have this stuff. So they basically had to work. First of all, they were being sponsored. You couldn't come over here unless you had a family to stay with.
That's why the Italian community is so successful.
And they stuck together. And the problem is, I watched some videos, and there are people, and I hate to say this, but there are black people that say that, if I don't get my SNAP, I'm going to go rob my food, and you better not stop me. Another guy said, if I don't get my SNAP, I'm just going to steal more. I mean, this is the mentality of these people. They're not learning anything. You're just giving them fucking money.
So look, okay, I got to bring this up, okay, because this is for me it's important. I'm not against these social type of programs.
I'm not either.
I was part of it.
I'm not against any of it.
I was part of this program when we immigrated, to this country. My parents received welfare. My parents received food stamp. We had free Medi-Cal, or Medicaid. From the government. But then there came a time, a year, but 2 years later, when both of my parents had a job, they just simply, declined to receive any of these benefits. They said, thank you very much, America. Now we have a job. We can take care of our own family. And I think that's the way it should be, because this country is truly formed on immigrants. And if you're an immigrant from a different country coming here, it's very difficult. We came here negative $50,000 in the hole. My dad was in debt. $50,000. And, if we didn't get this, help, I don't know. I'm sure we would have survived. I'm almost certain we would.
Probably within the community or church or
the community, family members. But then, this gave us a different, advantage for us to go to school,
but think
to
about
have that lunch program.
But think about because I remember when I was younger and I actually worked in Star Market when I lived in Boston. I was going to college for a couple of weeks. And I mean, it's really, when you're a proud person, it's really hard. Like you're embarrassed That's why your family probably got off it quick and said, "Hey, we're gonna take care of ourselves," because you're embarrassed to have to pay. That's why they got the cards now. You used to have to pay with money. Bills.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they deposit money into your account.
Now
back
they do.
then.
Oh, they did back then.
How was it? I don't remember. I was
Remember
a kid.
the money?
Oh, yeah, you got a check in the mail.
Oh, you got to check in
You
the
gotta
mail.
check
Yeah,
in the
you would
mail.
deposit it into your account. Look, if you needed,
But they had
if
bills
you truly,
before.
truly needed,
You
I'm
have-
okay for people
Yeah.
to get it. But there are so many people who take advantage of this.
It's like-
so many people.
It's like Disney
You
used to
know.
have books of tickets, and you'd have to use the tickets to get on the ride.
Yeah,
I remember people paying for their food with welfare dollars. So it wasn't. It was always like they'd probably get a book of money, and they weren't supposed to buy certain things with that money, but sometimes they just let them do whatever. So this was cash, but it was welfare cash.
Yes.
And then they changed over to maybe the check and then to the credit card so that people were not embarrassed because, people would look at them in line and they'd
You
say,
know what? Yeah, if you get in it, there's nothing wrong with it. You shouldn't be embarrassed. It's okay to pay with your EBT card. If you're in that situation.
well, it's undercover now. It doesn't matter.
No, even if it's not, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The only reason somebody would be embarrassed, using an EBT card or some welfare program money is if they don't look like they need it.
Or they're
If
scamming
they're-
the system.
Or they're scamming the system and, down inside in their heart, they know that they shouldn't be doing it. That's why they feel embarrassed. The people who really need it, they're not embarrassed.
I had that experience once.
You
I was
know?
in the store. I was buying groceries. A gal in front of me was putting out her little her little tickets there and food stamps, and I'm like, oh, that poor gal. All right, I wish her the best. Walk outside, and she gets in a white Mercedes,
Yeah.
and I'm driving an Isuzu diesel.
And then that's the problem. A lot of people, like you said, are embarrassed because they're carrying a Louis Vuitton purse or they're walking in some expensive clothes and they're.
I don't think they're embarrassed.
Yeah.
I think a person that has some sort of pride or some sort of, I don't want this. I don't want to have to do this, but I'm doing it for a short period of time. Those are the ones I think are embarrassed. A person working, they don't give a fuck. They got a Gucci bag they're paying with. I used to deal with these people. They put alcohol in, like, you can't pay with that. Oh, what do you mean I can't pay? And it's like, come on, man.
You know what?
Look at this guy.
Since you want to take food stamps away, I'm going to fucking Walmart. I'm going to rack up any damn Walmart, throw that shit right in the basket. I'm coming right about that bitch. Move, get the fuck out of my way. I'm not paying for a damn thing. Y'all got me fucked up. I ain't getting no food stamp, no EBT.
Looks like a
watch
bug.
This. Watch this. I'm about to, it's about to be some bullshit. It about to be some shit. I'm about to go in that bitch masked up, you hear me? Masked up.
I don't mean to
Rack
be
every
a
damn
jerk on this,
damn
but is this
self
like
on that shit, man.
generational
Walking clean about
welfare
it.
here?
Well, I got me fucked up, boy. It about to be Thanksgiving, you hear
Or
me?
is this someone
Ain't
just having a
coming
bad
up.
time?
Y'all gonna take away nigga EBT? Oh, nah. Y'all got the
And
game
looking to
really
change his
fucked
life
up.
eventually.
Y'all got the game fucked all the way up, son. Believe it.
This is
Watch
the way
this.
he's talking.
Y'all
You could
think
tell
I'm
he's
playing?
ignorant.
Watch this, you heard me? Watch this. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. I'm gonna go in that Walmart with a basket.
That's why there are
and I'ma rack
churches.
all kind of
There
shit,
are
throw this shit
food
in the basket,
banks.
I'ma walk right
There are
about that bitch.
places you can go that will help you out and
Do you-
assist you.
Do you know, somebody was telling me in Santa Clarita there was a food bank and there was a line going down the street for the food bank, and at the end of the night, everybody got food. There was still food in the food bank.
Nice.
So there is people out there helping. There are organizations out there helping. I used to do it when I was master of my lodge. I would have all of the brothers bring in canned goods or toiletries or socks or underwear, and I wouldn't charge them. I said, no charge on the meals tonight. Everybody bring stuff. And then Dylan, one of my brothers, Dylan, would bring it the next day to the North Hollywood Food Pantry. We also went there and we helped build some walls. I mean, there are organizations out there, the Midnight Mission, you can get food. You don't have to go into Walmart and stop breaking things because you're pissed off because you never amounted to anything in your life, living on the system your whole life. So fuck you. I hope you get arrested and thrown in jail if you go in there and harass these people that are working at Walmart.
So there's going to be two types of people that are receiving the federal SNAP program or just welfare programs. It's people and families who have a job, but they just don't make enough, like my family when we immigrated here, okay? and you're looking forward to elevate yourself and possibly get out of that, that social welfare program. And then there's people like this. I doubt he has a job.
Now he has a job. He can't even speak.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that's not the point. But I doubt people who are truly, they're very aggressive about the fact that they're not going to get their November SNAP or their November deposit. It's the people who never kind of worked for it. So.
Okay, so I don't make a lot of money, but I try to put money away for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Do these people just don't? I mean, because they're bringing money in, they're not just getting. There's no way you can just live off this, and probably living in a Section 8 housing paid for by the government. They're getting their food paid for by the government, and I don't care if these are programs that were put in place temporarily to help somebody get on their feet, not generational after generation after generation who just hand down the laziness.